Okay, so this is the Judy Jam session, and this is on December 20th. And we're just showing a little bit how to do this. So when you're at the Message of You and you do the Message of You course, when you come to the end of it, you have your message. And then you're going to show it to us. You're going to just record it on your phone or sitting in front of your computer and record that. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much what you want to do. And then there's the form here, and you can always post in the form. Every single video has a form post. And then the next step is to use this to write your money-making speech. And that's a really fun module because it just, once you've gone through the tough work to get out of first gear, to find your message and know exactly who your audience is, what you're speaking, what are your results, then you're ready to write it. Then you're ready to add comedy to it. And then here is the message-based marketing. And in here is experts to show you. It's me interviewing experts on a variety of topics. Okay? So do you have any questions about anything I covered?
No, I've already started working on the first lesson, so I'm
Great.
already in it.
Fantastic. Well, good to have you here. I'm going to start today by just sharing with you a little bit about having a gig. We've talked so much about building our gigs and building our speech. So I just want to show you just a little bit what a day in the life of a speaker is like, because it's not that much fun. The fun part is doing the gig. So I had a gig last week, and I'll show you like a little piece of the 3-minute video from the gig. It's not really great quality, simply because there were no lights on me. And this is for a nursing home. So today what I did was I pulled a clip and I put some, lower third on it. So here you go. So, it's true. All right. So I just want to show you, I didn't use the word I at all. Everything what I did is I called the people, a couple of people up and say, what kind of problems do you have? And if you can see, the funniest thing I did that got the biggest laugh and what we call, like, you know, top 10 kind of laugh, where it's laugh and applause, is when I say, did you always dream of having a job like this? Did you sit on Santa Claus's lap? And then you do an act out of them going, someday I'm going to have a job where everybody's bitching, moaning, complaining, and everything's my fault. And you can see when you really hit the audience's problem, they love you and they applaud you. And so the most important aspect that you have when you have a gig is that you truly understand the challenge of the audience. And a lot of speakers who are so friggin' boring, they're boring because they just come in and say, let me show you how to do this and how to do this. And they're just bossy and telling people what to do. But to truly be successful, you really have to understand their problem. And that is how you make an audience love you, by getting on stage and saying you, and then you hit the nail on the head because you've done some research and you know exactly what their problem is. And it's always funny when you tell the truth about your audience and what they're going through. It's just, they just love you, because we live in a world where nobody listens to anybody. And if you're the person as a speaker who can really tell the story of the audience, that's fantastic. Okay, so I just want to tell you another thing that I did today. So I edited video. I took some clips. It was an easy gig. It was a half-hour gig. It was right down, you know, an hour from here. So, and it was booked by a speaker bureau. And so the first thing I did is email the client and say, how do you think I did? Did you like it? And he writes me back, you're the best speaker we've ever had. So then I take that email and I send it to every single agent in that speaker's bureau. By the way, the client, you know, I did good for your clients. Thanks for booking me. And by the way, they loved me, blah, blah, blah. Let's send the video out. Okay, so then the next thing that I do, just show you that once you've written your speech, this is where the real work begins. I want to share with you on YouTube what I'm doing now, what I've learned how to do, which is kind of smart. And let me share my screen, and then I'll be able to listen to you guys and answer all your questions here. Where am I going? I'm going here. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to YouTube. Okay, so I went to YouTube and I was really interested. Oh no, I can't go. Wait, this is not it. Hold it 1 second. I have to go to Chrome. This only works on Chrome. It's a really sneaky thing. And you're learning it here, all right? It's a sneaky, sneaky thing. What you want to really do is have people find you and not have to spend, like, ad money doing it. So I'm going to go to YouTube. So what I was interested in YouTube was I was interested in healthcare. Healthcare comedian. So right away I start to type and healthcare comedian comes up. Oh, look at me. I come up on top. Oh, it's an ad by Bixby. Isn't that great? With a really old video. All right, so that means I have to call them. All right, so I downloaded this thing called vidIQ. Okay, do you see vidIQ right here? And what this does is, let's see. Here's a guy who comes up. I don't know what this guy is. But it shows you their video tag words. And I don't like any of these. But anyway, if I go to, so I know some people who get a lot of hits. Let's see, motivational speaker. So let's see who comes up on
I
motivation.
don't think we're seeing your screen.
Oh, you're not seeing my screen?
No.
Oh, shit. Here I am just talking to myself. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Sorry. Thanks for telling me.
Wait,
Okay.
I just thought it was me.
Okay, so, yeah. All right, so let's just go.
Coming in that looks like Japanese. It's so not clear.
It's not clear?
It looks like Japanese to me.
Oh, it really does?
Anyone else?
It's not clear on my end.
I can see it without, I'm just trying to keep up and find out where the search words you were talking about.
Okay, so here's Les Brown. Les Brown is a really big motivational speaker. Now, if I go just, YouTube no longer shows the keywords,
Okay.
right? So if you download something called vidIQ, can you see it now? No? No?
It's on the right sidebar.
It's right here.
Yeah.
It says how to change mindset motivational speaker.
If people have their videos where they're seeing everybody else's face on the right sidebar, you need to grab your little, gallery of all of us and move it somewhere else on your screen so you can see that because it's on the right sidebar.
Thank you.
All right. So anyway, so I started to search around what would be good words, like who's coming up on top, how to be a motivational speaker, famous motivational speakers, right? So I started to spend a lot of time digging around, and what I found for my words, I just kind of put them here because I didn't have time to really insert them, and I'm going to take little clips of all my stuff and start releasing them on YouTube. And where is this? All right. Okay, hold it 1 second. All right, so I'm going to go share Word with you and see if, it's just blank, I know right now, but let me see if this, come on. 1 second. And it's called SEO, and there, in the 2017, in the marketing thing, there's a whole course on SEO, but I started to actually use this, but I'm sorry, I can't. My computer is going very slow. SEO, come on, open up. Here it is. I'm sorry, it's not doesn't seem to show. You guys just see a blank screen, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened to the words that I used. But anyway, I'll stop sharing right now. So what I did was I found out female speaker, female humorist. People were searching for that. And I went on to Google to find how many words, how many searchers, and I found some really good words. Like I found 30,000 people are searching for Nurse Appreciation Week. And so I decided to do a big campaign for myself for Nurse Appreciation Week, because that's when they hire speakers, right? So I'm going to have all these really funny videos on healthcare and put all these words in that people are searching for. That's what I'm doing today. It's really, really boring stuff, not very funny, but this is the life of a speaker. So I thought I would share that with you. Sorry, it wasn't as visual. All right, now let's go. Hey, Joy, I don't see you, but you're here. Oh, there you are. So good to see you again.
Oh, thanks. I was eating. That's why I turned my camera off. I didn't want you guys to see me stuffing my face.
Well, I want to start with Orlinda today. Hey, Orlinda, do you want to turn yourself on? Well, so to speak. And
if she had a nickel for every time.
For every time. I know.
Suggestions.
So, Orlinda, I'm going to share the screen again and show you her message. And can you all take a little some notes and see if what you think about this? Here she is. Can you guys see Orlinda here?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Wow.
That was wonderful.
Whoa.
That
Oh,
was
yay,
amazing.
everybody.
Yeah.
You're it.
Well, thanks. I'm sure there's plenty I can improve upon, but at least I got it done.
Okay. That is great. Does anybody have any ideas? And then I'll share mine last. Who wants to go? Just unmute yourself and go. Go for it. Anybody have any ideas?
About her speech.
Her
or-
message of you formula, her pitch.
It was bang on. There was no too many words or useless words, so I really, really liked it.
I think it's polished and professional, but I mean, the fact that she's a newscaster obviously helps quite a bit. But Orlinda, you knocked that out of the park. That's just me.
Yeah, it really warm, just so warm and genuine too. Anybody else? Any way to improve it?
Well, I noticed that it was focused towards ministry. Is there something that you can do, or is that the direction you're going? Is ministerial focus?
Well, I've done a lot of talks at churches, kind of new thought churches, and I do talks for other groups, but I just had to pick one. I remember Judy saying one time, pick one group and, do a pitch for that. And so
Sure.
That's what I was doing with that. But, my talks can transcend other groups, but I was just trying to focus on one so that I could at least get one pitch down the right way. I tend to get too scattered.
I like how you could probably even take out that if you were to do another group, that whole delivery seems pretty universal, so it can be adapted to something else if you shift that way too. That's what I enjoyed about it, is that it didn't seem, yes, you mentioned ministry at the beginning, but it wasn't so tightly tailored that it can't be adjusted. So I think it's great, but.
Yeah, thanks. I pitch it because I go fill in from time to time for ministers, but I also am not quite sure what the problem, that seems to be where I can use a specific problem, because I don't know if that problem is specific enough to other people. Just, you hear negative news, but maybe so.
Okay, let me just pitch in here. All great suggestions from everybody. Here's what I would do. I would be watching TV. I would shoot it a little more professionally, and you're on the TV. That's why you have the channel. So it's you on TV reporting the news. Okay. I have to say, I've learned something about marketing the message of you. The last webinar, we had an excessive amount of people sign up, and I'm always hacking, come join us, right? And what did I do differently? But I had myself on television. I showed some clips of me, on some TV shows, really short clips before, because it was about how I get on TV. All of a sudden, everybody's signing up. So it's such a big deal that people get on TV that you start with that. So I would like to see, just you on TV, right? And what will happen is you pull back, right? The camera pulls back, but it's actually tricked because you just show a clip of you reporting the news, and you turn, and that's why you have the channel thing in your hand. right? So you just have, get a clip of you on TV, but then it, jumps and you see the TV and you pull back, and you're at your house and you turn around, you shut it off, right? And you go, look, the news. I would right away just say, and I would not talk about ministers because, you know why? Because you're saying, ministers, you're having a hard time motivating people. Well, move away. I'm going to come over and take care of your congregation because you can't do it, right? So don't mention them. Just say, hi, I'm Melinda Lusher, a reporter for the news, right? Start right away. Just introduce yourself to me. And then do that great joke where you have the great list of 3. Have you noticed the news is this, then your house is going to catch fire. And it was really funny. And you really punched that joke. Really great. Then immediately after that, I need to hear what you're selling. So you can then name your audience. You say, whatever your organization is, I do keynotes where I show and take the last part and move it right there. Does that make sense? So the last thing where you say what you just move it right there. Because I want to know, well, why are you talking to me? Well, let me come in and do a keynote. Let me do a, good news keynote, for your organization. And then the rest of it's great.
Okay, but let me ask you this, but then that doesn't quite follow the formula, right? Or is that all right? How this problem.
You just introduce yourself. I need to know because
Okay.
that's why I'm going to put that at the top because I just think, let's change the channel on your attitude,
Okay.
whatever that is.
Okay.
So, no, it does follow there. How, organizations, how we all are, and you state the problem, and then you go, okay, you could do it like that. But I like it at the top, showing that you're doing the news really quick and good. I just think.
No, that's good. I just was trying to follow the formula.
Yeah. No, it's good and it works. I just think in this case,
that's a good idea. Fun.
It just would be real eye-catching. That's all. Because you have the channel thing, and it's like, why are you holding the channel thing? Because you just paused yourself, right?
Okay.
I know.
And
it's really fun.
You still try and keep that at a minute, though. We're still talking about that 1 minute.
I don't think it needs to be longer. I think it's terrific. And then after that, clip. If you're going to do a demo, just some clips in this. But this is a great pitch.
Okay.
This is what people are doing is having on their website or having on their YouTube channel that pitch, that what do you do? So you want to keep it a little general.
Okay, and just one final question, if anybody has comments, and you could even put them in the chat because I don't want to take up the whole time, but just on the problem, is that still a specific enough problem that we get that negative news?
I liked it. I thought it was just great, and it was all about, how do we transform the news of your life?
I think the negativity, shifting from the negativity to the positivity is a very timely message right now, because I can't tell you, I've had to jump out of Facebook. The feed is filled with, I'm so tired of this year and it stinks, and people are just kvetching, all the time. And it's nice to see that not only are you saying, well, instead of just saying we're going to be positive, you're actually, going to be giving some steps as to how that I think is very, very timely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you all.
Fantastic. So who's next? I'm here. Who's got something they want to share with me? I'm here for you guys. What do you need? God,
Well,
can we just talk about my roots? Oh my God. That's why I hate when I come on these things. Oh God. All right.
Lower camera angle.
Yeah, I need to go. Hey, there you go. Hey, who's next?
okay, well, I'm both.
What?
I have a first time ever Living Laughter conference happening in Montreal. And I'm just now putting things together with 2 other of my laughter specialist colleagues. So that pitch said
laughter specialists.
We're like
What do you do for a living? I just get drunk and laugh. But I'm very good at it. I'm so good.
And worse, we laugh for no reason, so we really look like idiots. But no, it's a profession. No, but we really focus on the benefits of laughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I have basically that 1 minute pitch that I want to work on to put on the YouTube channel.
You want to try it? Try it in front of us. Go ahead.
No, not right now.
Okay, not just a
I'm not ready. It's like too late at Montreal.
But next night, it's 9 p.m.
Yeah.
It's so late. We're on to you. We know where Montreal is, even though we're dumb Americans. Go ahead. Matter of fact, we're all going to be moving and staying at your place.
Okay, no problem.
January. So go ahead. So what can I help you with?
Well, basically, because my audience is general, I'm not focusing on a particular group of people. Is that okay?
Well, I find that like right now I'm focusing on nurses because I'm having a very specific campaign and a target. So I'll have a general website, right? But you want to have something that speaks to a very specific group that you can market to. So I already have done a couple gigs for nurses. So I collect a lot of emails when I do speak, and that's the only way I find to really get gigs is to try and do it and be able to do it to specific audiences, because you could, how long does it take to record a 1 minute video? Now, Linda's thing, we were actually making it less specific, because we want her to get paid, and churches don't necessarily pass the basket for the speaker now. So anyway, yes, make it specific.
So we're basically the most, mainly they're usually between 30 and 45 years of age, and mostly women. So I would.
Yeah, a women's thing. It's like, that's a great group. So, you know how women, we,
Yeah. Okay.
Women's conferences. It's really good. Yeah. I love doing women's groups. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? But we're glad to hear. Welcome here. And if you want to work with anybody, you could trade in the forum or connect to anybody appeals to you here. Want to work with people? It's always good to have someone to work with. All right. So let's go. Joy, what do you do? What's up with you? What are you doing? I know your life has been fraught.
Oh, it's gotten better, Judy. I am so
shit show, right?
I would be happy if I could go back to the shit show. I'm in the shit hurricane right now.
You know what? There was a book in the 80s or 70s. I don't know. I have to figure out. I forget my decades because I'm lying about my age now. So I go, when I was born in the 80s. There's a book called Been Down So Long It Looks Like Up to Me.
Yeah. Last week, husband had 2 emergency eye surgeries, and now he can't drive, and he's recovering. He's better. But yeah, I'm like, at this point,
he's blind. Your husband's gone blind.
Well, he had I don't know if you know anything about glaucoma. I think Veronica would probably be our resident medical expert on this, but intraocular pressure, which is the pressure inside your eyeball, if it goes too high and stays too high at a sustained rate, you can lose your vision permanently. And he has significantly decreased vision, and his pressure shot up so high that the ophthalmologist pulled him out of the check-in line at the clinic and took him directly to surgery. It was like, boom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that was,
what I find for myself is because and Trump, the whole thing with Trump and everything, I was just writing some very depressing pieces. And I'm now back to comedy, and I have
straight vodka, by the way. No,
it's comedy and vodka. But I would love to. Are you posting on Facebook any jokes or anything? Because I am, or Twitter. I've hired everybody who works for me, and I'm not everybody, but I'm like doing my own Twitter, and I find like in the morning to take all the shit show and turn the problems into some punchlines.
Yeah, the dark humor certainly kicked in. We were watching Thursday night football last week, and he and I were in a dispute about whether or not the ball was good and in bounds. And he's like, "No, honey, the refs are right. It was out." I'm like, "What the hell do you know? You have just had eye surgery. You're blind." I said, "In fact, we could put you in a striped shirt, and you could probably go call the game just as well." And
as well.
Thankfully, he at least had the sense of humor about it. The humor is coming back, but it was certainly.
Yeah,
it was so urgent, but I am documenting and chronicling. I've not gone public with a lot of it because he's a very private person, and the fact that I could share in this forum, and he knows I would, because there's only so much I can keep inside. But no, I took your advice, Judy, and this might be something that Orlinda capitalizes on herself, I'm sure, is, for everything that happens, for every additional little devil's donut of duty that hits the shit show, I take a minute and say, okay, but at least we had a doctor who could fix it. At least I had a car to drive us to so I'm, taking those negative moments and saying, yes, it's stressful. Yes, it's something that can really sideline me if I let it.
Well,
but there's so much more that's a good thing that I'm, yeah.
I'd love to hear one of your stories. Like, I really went through a bad thing with Trump, and let me just share something with you. And just writing really helped. And I wrote a story about PTSD, post-Trump stress disorder.
Yes, I remember that. I thought that was great.
Well, guess what? I just put it up as a blog, and I got a call yesterday from Netflix, friggin' Netflix, and they're doing a new storytelling show, and they want me to tell that story in it.
That's awesome.
Okay, so yes, it is, and I don't know. We'll see if it happens. They're shooting in 2 weeks or something, and
to get you before he's inaugurated.
So obviously, I have to do my roots. But here's the thing. What I'm telling you is, like, I was really in a bad place. I was in a very, very bad place, and now you talk about turning mess to success. Now I'm like doing my bad place and getting paid for it is kind of cool. So I'm a huge believer in mess to success and using story, like, it's not necessarily stand-up. I wouldn't do it as stand-up, but the storytelling and the moth and putting your stuff out there. Like we're talking about Orlinda, God knows the world can really use this stuff. And Leanne is doing her comedy thing. I mean, we are people. We are revolutionaries now.
We're trying to upgrade our dogs, by the way, just in case he needs a seeing eye dog, because the pugs don't do it very well. So it's like, can we get 2 pugs for a small shepherd, and then adopt another shepherd, and then get 2 shepherds for a pony? Or,
but here's my suggestion to you in writing it is, first of all, don't go for the comedy. In each day, find that one scene, because when you write and about everything going on, it could be like this. Find one scene. And if you need help, I don't know if you have it, Finding Extraordinary Stories in Ordinary Day, that the journal book that I wrote, that really helps it's called Finding Extraordinary Stories in Ordinary Day.
That is part of the journal, right? Yeah. I've got it.
Follow the format there. And if you don't have that book, I'll just send it to you, because it's in PDF, and you just open it in Adobe and you can write in on your computer. But it guides you on the structure of how to tell a story. And so many people tell a story, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, this, and that's has nothing to do with how to tell a story. That's reporting.
So. Yeah, we're actually at this point in time, everything else knocking on wood, is great. But once in a while, it's like what I wouldn't give for us to get the kids caught with some marijuana so they can help dad out with the glaucoma a little bit.
Good. All right. It's good to see you.
Thanks.
And let me go to
And I'm loving it, and I'm enjoying watching everybody else soar and succeed, and I have not given up. That's why, as much as I was stuffing a cheeseburger in my face and went, my video went dark so that you guys couldn't see me jamming the cheeseburger in there because it's terrible for the diet, and quite frankly, today I don't give a damn. But I got to that point. It's like, I had to be here to see you guys and see what's going on. It's
so glad.
a booster shot for me.
I've missed you. I've missed you terribly.
Missed you as well.
Somebody else on my Facebook feed who's named Joy Steele, and I went and I'm writing her, and I go, I thought it was you, but it's like
God.
somebody else. I don't know.
Oh, that could be kind of scary.
Let me go to Terry. Terry.
Please.
Terry. Let me. Do you know how to unmute yourself? I did it. Okay, there we go.
Okay, hi.
Hi, Terry. So what can I help you with? Do you have some homework or something I can help you with?
Well, I'm a new participant. I just signed up based on the last webinar that you did. So this is my first time on the call.
Well, we're so glad to have you here. I did do a little tour beforehand. You know what? If I have some time at the end, you hang on and I'll give you a little tour and show you how it all works.
Okay, cool. That sounds great.
You want to tell us, are you a speaker? Are you a comic? Tell me what your goals are. Tell everybody.
I'm a business coach. I just wrote this book. It's just out a few months called Success Without Stress, Simple Tips to Finding Calm for Women Business Owners. And what I'm trying to do is get speaking gigs because of the book. That's the whole thing. And I'll tell you where I'm stuck. I'm sort of excited by this 1-minute pitch thing because I have been stuck trying to get any video or anything going on. And I've been trying to get a YouTube channel up forever. It doesn't happen. I'm so stuck. So maybe just this 1-minute thing I can make happen.
Yes.
So I'm sort of excited.
That is good. I mean, this is a long process. It's people think like, I'm going to write a speech and I'm going to make money. And, it's like, like, look at me. I'm every day learning something new, especially from the experts. See, you have to understand, I'm just like a selfish bitch here because I talk to the experts because that's what I want to know how to do. In marketing. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not good. I am good at marketing, I guess, because you guys are here, but it's always something to learn in the speaking business. So my suggestion to you, Terry, is to really focus on the problem that your book solves, to really empathize with that person. I don't know who it is a woman, what demographics, what age. From what you've talked to me about, I have no idea if that book is right for me. Because to really sell a book and to really sell a speech means you have to go, I know you. I know what your challenges are. You're going through this, you're going through that, whatever it is, because stress is a word that doesn't mean anything. What is it? Are you talking about unemployment? Are you talking the stress of this, what is it? What is the exact stress? Or is it depression? I don't know. So I need to know what problem specifically does your book address? And that is the crux of everything. Because we all have solutions to things, but the solutions only matter depending on what problem they're solving. So when you go through the message of you, the first question I ask you is to ask somebody, what differences I've made in your life. And they'll probably tell you, hey, when I was going through my divorce, they'll tell you how you helped them with something. So that's an important exercise to do. Because that is the core to your message, the key core to your message. Okay, so welcome.
Business owners being overwhelmed. There's too much to do. They're stressed. There's 50 chapters. Each one addresses another overwhelm.
Here's how you do it.
Yeah.
when you're an entrepreneur, very often you hire people, you spend so much money, you throw away so much unnecessary money hiring someone when, you know, you can, when there are ways to do it so much less expensive. I don't know. It's like we can't talk in bullets. We have to talk about very specific stress, because that's when people connect. Like when I talk about the stress of meetings, of all the meetings, and meeting to see why your first meeting was late, and meeting to see, you know, actually I do a rap on it. They love it because it's very specific, and they go, yes, we're having so much problem with meetings. Or if I joke about acronyms and the stress of learning a new language. So you're going to have to learn to get past just talking generalities and really talk in something that I can picture, so I know you truly get me. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Who else do we have here? Hesma. Hey, Hesma. Oh, I like green on you. Oh, that's a perfect color for you. Wait, we're not hearing you. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
How's everyone doing today? Hi, Judy.
Hi.
Everything is good.
What's going on? What are you working on?
I'm working on the portions where I'm trying to change more training clients into speaking gigs. So it's been, I sit down now, at the end of it, I would usually leave the training. So now I stay if they invite me and have those conversations to find out what the internal.
Okay, let me give you a tip on that.
Okay.
All right. In your training, you need some really good stories about you keynoting.
Oh.
Yeah. So let me just give you a little example. The best way to pitch something
Yeah.
is on stage with a compelling story. And the story follows the structure of, in module 2, credibility story, which if you get this, you and Veronica should work together, because both of you are working on credibility stories. Veronica was on earlier, and she's working on this credibility story. Credibility story, my credibility story is, oh gosh, well, I have many of them, but if I'm selling my book, if I want everybody to buy my book, rather than going, by the way, here's my book, I'll be selling them afterwards, you know, and it's always good to say, I'm so sorry I didn't bring enough of them. Well, 3 people want to buy my book, but once I told a story about writing the book, and I tell a story about my mom died, and I'll just tell it very, very quickly, but it's like a 10-minute story, and how my life was a mess, and I didn't want to do comedy anymore, and nothing was funny, and so I wrote this book, and it was rejected by 59 agents, and I go on and on about this. Happens at an airport, and where I meet an agent who sells the book, and then at the end of this story, and the story is actually very, very funny, but at the end of the story, I say, so the book got published, there was someone who liked it, and it was Random House, and then there was one woman who really liked the book too. Her name was Oprah. That's right, Oprah friggin' Winfrey has me on her show. She holds up the book, you know, and at that moment with Oprah, anything she holds close to her bosom, everybody wants, and my life completely changed. So when you are, you know, my whole message is, when you are in a mess, there can be success down the road. Anyway, they rushed. They don't even know what the book's about, but they rushed to the back to buy that book. So you need a compelling story. So your story is, you know, when I first started keynoting, you know, it was such a mess. Or after I did a keynote, this man comes up to me and he says this. Or when I was keynoting, So I would do a story about keynoting.
Okay.
I have a very compelling story about keynoting when I was going to do a comedy, motivation comedy, which was go woohoo, and it ended up with the VA hospital, and it was spinal cord injury people. And then I tell a very compelling story about, it's in my book, many of you have read it, about this guy, Nick, who did not want to, he wanted to die, and how my speech made him want to live. And it ends with a quote from Nick. So this is a really super good credibility story, because it's about me as a speaker in a situation where I don't know what to talk. It's going to be a mess. And somehow I find a way to really connect and change the life of a young, very young man who's quadriplegic, and change his life. And that's what you need to do, is a story about you keynoting, and it was some kind of disaster, some kind of mess. You know what to talk about, or I even have several things about me keynoting where, it was like a disaster. Everybody was drunk. And then afterwards, 4 women come backstage and say, "Thank you, that was amazing." I said, "I didn't even see you." "Well, we're from the battered women's shelter, and we've never seen a woman so powerful, and you've really changed our lives." So that's the kind of story you need. A story where you transformed an audience.
Correctional facilities.
What?
I can use the ones from the correctional facilities where they had a bit of an issue and they used the training. I used to use it as an example of the training, but now I can use it as a keynote.
Yeah, there I am, keynote, and it's some kind of problem with the keynote, and then you were scared and you didn't know, and then this happened, and that happened, and it got worse, and it got worse, and and then something magical happened that transformed people, that transformed the audience. Okay.
Perfect.
Now, no, seriously, you and Veronica should work together, because you're both working on credibility stories. And you guys have the template for the credibility story. You have to find it. It's in module 2. Download it. At the beginning, I have all, if you download the thing at the very beginning, I have all the templates for the whole module. So it's module 2, credibility story. And you just fill in the blanks, and you got your story.
Veronica, did you hear her? Hey.
I'll unmute her. Okay, Veronica, what?
I can hear you.
All right, so you guys go in the chat and exchange when you emails or something, okay, or message each other through the message of you through the program, okay. All right, anybody else have any other issue they want to talk about, any other homework, anything they're working on? I really like this when you guys like Veronica and Hesma are working on module 2 credibility story, and then you bring it in, and then I could see it, and then I comment on it, and I really like it. Or Linda brings in her entire message, we watch it. I love that. Or you bring in something we can all read, and I can see it, we can all see it. I love that. So in 2 weeks, or when we meet again, I'd love it if I know, what homework are you working on? Which video lesson are you working on? Because I think it'll make these, and if you're working on comedy, bring in the jokes, but these are, the act out jokes. These are a list of 3 jokes. So what's the list of 3? Veronica, do you want to try that? Do you remember what it was?
The list of 3 for my
speech. What was the setup to that? Because Veronica's at the place we're almost done writing her speech, and now we're looking for where to put humor. And what was that? What was it? Where you said what?
The setup is miscommunication contributes to delayed diagnosis, medical errors, and we had to come up with a 3rd one.
What? No, you just see it.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, but now it's like.
Okay, the one we came up with was Contributing to miscommunications are delayed diagnosis, medical errors, and divorce. I didn't say that you could be with someone else.
Yeah, I think it goes like open marriage. I didn't say that. That's a miscommunication. So you want to do the act out, but act outs are always done loudly. They're always done loud when you do the act out, right?
Yes.
Look, Bob, I'm peeing and putting. It's always done, a little exaggerated. Okay. Open marriage? That is a miscommunication. So just repeat that. Okay, good. All right. So anybody else have anything else they want to talk about? Anything? Then I am going to take Terry on a little tour of the Message of You. And then I'm going to have some Thai food. Anybody? Joy.
Just in trying to get back into the spirit of this, as you guys were talking about the list of 3, I have decided, there are 3 benefits to my husband having temporary compromised eyesight. One is I got a placard for a great parking space now. The other is now we can get a bigger dog. And he can look forward to a new career in Major League Baseball as an umpire.
That's good. I love it. I would do the first 2 a little more sensitive. Like, they're like, like you're
Okay.
searching, like there are benefits,
Got it.
He can't see more. He's listening better,
Yeah, because his other senses are beginning to compensate.
He's listening. He's listening better. He's found appreciation, for how I've been helping him, and he can referee at the football game because
Nice.
Yeah. So you really have to have when you tell jokes, the setup has to so fool people. It's like a magic trick. You got to go. They didn't see it coming.
Okay.
So you really want to do it like,
So
really sincere.
So each of those 3 could act as their own separate punchlines in 3 different lists of 3. Got it. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, and it should never sound like a list of 3.
Yeah.
It should just God, there's been some changes and some benefits to him, but don't
he's listening better. He doesn't take things for granted anymore. And now I got a great new parking space with a cool placard.
Yeah, right.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Oh my God. Ladies, no, the placard's mine.
Yeah.
Back off.
Back off.
But I always like to do an act out when I'm done with it.
Sure. I got on
but I tell you, those placards.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even run off with that, and
the placards
all dark and handsome. I'm looking for a guy who can get
with a placard, right?
Parking spot.
And you know what? If you're the right guy, your placard is transferable from state to state.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Come to Venice. It's possible to park here. All right, everybody.
All right, I gotta jump out, but you guys have a great night. Thank you so much.
Happy holiday, and Terry and anybody else. I'm going to just give a brief little tour. Okay.
Thanks all. Bye now.
Bye everybody. Bye bye.
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 All right, here is my tour, Terry. Let's see. We'll go here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you can see my screen? Right here? Yes? Oh, wait. Let me unmute you. Okay. You can see the screen?
Yeah, but it's all, I can't see any words. It looks like Japanese.
What are you looking at? Are you on an iPhone, an iPad, a computer?
No, a Mac computer.
Huh.
Yeah.
And
maybe I should.
And it doesn't look clear. And it doesn't look clear, right?
I will take a picture of it and I will send it to you afterwards so you can see what it looks like. A screen grab.
That is so weird.
I wonder maybe I'm not on Chrome. I'm on like Safari. I wonder if that would make a difference.
Well, I'm on, I don't know. Let me, I'm on Safari too. I'm going to try it on Chrome. Okay, hold it 1 second. I'll try it on Chrome.
What does it look like to everyone else?
Okay. Does that look bad too?
Yeah.
Yeah, all looks bad, huh? Huh. All right. Well, basically, I will describe it to you then.
Okay.
And you can't see this, right? Nothing?
I can see that now.
Okay, you can see it now. Okay. So basically, you go and you log in. And if there's something you don't know how to do, you go to FAQ here and you just watch a short video on it. Do you see FAQ up here?
Uh-huh.
You see this top menu?
Well,
It says home, FAQ, coaching, webinar schedule, forms, my account, and it should have your name on it after you sign in.
Okay.
Okay, so to start everything, you just click on your name, and I'm already signed in here, and you just go to courses, and it's as simple as that.
And to get the emailed updates, what was the code word that we could use?
Well, at the beginning of each module, it says keeping on track, and in your receipt, it had a lot of instructions, and one of the things in your receipt that you were emailed was the code, so you are not charged for oh shoot, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry. So it'll have a code, so you are not charged for the $9 of the keeping on track emails. Okay. So when you click on the module, so you're going to start with the message of you, and here's just what it looks like, and then you go to the course. This is a little different on your end because I'm. Let's just see. Okay, so you go to welcome to the message of you, and if you each one download the message of you formula. So if you right click on it, let's see, PDF, right click, open, save link as, how does this, click save link as. Okay, so you click on this save link as, and then you save it to Adobe, you open up in Adobe. Because that way, if I save this and I open it up, like here it is, no, I didn't open it up in Adobe, but then you're able to write in it and save it, okay? And so here's the message of you formula, and that's the very first thing. So yeah, so here it is. That's what it looks like. And start your keeping on track emails. When you click on that, it'll take you to buy button and add to cart, checkout, and then you put in your code, and then it'll be free for you. Okay? All right, so that'll get you started, and then let's just say you're doing it. I have questions down here, ask in the form. So you have a question, you want some answered right away. You just can subscribe to a forum, or you can just put a message in here. And let's see, here it is. So make sure you write it in text, and then you put it in there, and then I'll see it. Everybody will see it, and it's very helpful. Okay.
Thank you.
That's it, guys. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Later.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Okay, ciao.
Ciao for now.
Okay, bye.